So I had a thing, but for some reason the clip didn't play. So I'm going to try and let's try that one more time.
Let's try it one more time here.
Yeah, that was so weird. Good evening. You are watching Compass of Curiosities with your hosts, Russell Stiver and Ian Murphy.
Good evening, everyone. Well, I guess we had to shake things up a little bit and bring it a little different way in.
Yeah, buddy. I actually kind of dig it. I'm not going to lie. I kind of
do.
like that. That was kind of fun.
Melanie, Damien, Courtney, hello, hello, hello.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Compass of Curiosities. Tonight we actually have
good
something.
Good morning to you, Damien.
Yeah, good. It's what is it? 8 No, 6 a.m. for him.
Something like that. What are they? 8 hours?
Maybe 4. Maybe 4. I think it's 6 hours ahead. Okay. But thank you all for joining tonight. We actually have another paranormal side podcast where we've had a few authors on and a couple of creators and things like that. We have a couple of content creators lined up for the upcoming, but we are very happy to get back to some of our roots on the show and bring back a paranormal
favorite
person. Well, let's not call her a fan favorite because of the conflict of interest. You know,
I mean, you and her need to squash this.
But I don't know if you noticed last week, Monday night, I saw this notification that somebody was live.
I know, I saw that too.
At 9 o'clock. It was so weird that they were on that night too. And it just seems like maybe. No, Melanie, you can hang out wherever you like.
No, yeah, wherever you want to hang out. We're seeing your comments. I appreciate you listening in.
So I guess without further ado, we will bring on our rival and arch nemesis in the podcast world, who consistently changes their dates and times to ensure that there's a conflict. I don't know why there's so much animosity on her side, but maybe we'll get to the root of it tonight. We'll figure out where the anger and the jealousy and frustration comes from. Because
we'll get to the root cause of it.
Incredibly famous that it's tough not to be jealous of someone like me. I mean, my shirts don't have sleeves. I'm middle-aged. I have heart palpitations, and I'm probably going to make it maybe another 6 years. So what's not to be jealous of? So
I mean, great.
So let's get to the root of it with Stacey Leigh. How are you tonight?
Hello, and yeah, you know what? You took all of my that whole thing about no sleeves and the heart palpitations. You took all of my comebacks when you said that. I was because I was going to come on and be like, you know what? I'm so jealous of your big guns.
That's how Ian fights those. He disarms immediately right off the bat.
I admit my weakness.
He disarmed me right off the bat. I'm like, you know what? Hey, you canceled your show last Monday night, and I had a calling from Spirit to go live and do readings. So
that is fair.
Fair. Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, I got an email.
It was not at 9. I went on it at 8, and I was like, well, I'm going to be. And I even said, Damien, you're in the comments. You need to back me up on this. And I even said, you know what, I gotta get off here by 9 because Compass is coming on. I want to go watch them, blah, blah, blah. And Damon's like, oh, they canceled tonight. And I was like, oh, did they? So, yes.
I think it was collusion. Yes. Russ didn't coordinate with me at all on that. He just out of nowhere mysteriously canceled at 10 of 8. So, I mean, there may have been collusion happening. There's maybe some exchange of information.
Was it because I went on? Did you cancel because I went live?
That's
about the time I went live.
You took the wind out of my sails, and I was like, "What's the point anymore?" I mean,
you know, when you
can't compete,
battling friends for airspace, is it really worth it anymore? You know.
But I usually send
Stacey,
everybody
I
over to
will
you.
say
I'm
this,
like,
for
let's
anybody
all
who's
go watch
watching,
Compass.
hold on,
What?
Stacey. For anybody that's watching, I got to tell everybody, this is all in good fun. I promise. There
Oh,
is
yes.
no actual beef here. Like,
No,
it's
at all.
it's an old joke from the Get Moderated show and Stacey's old show. Like,
I have to
because
tell you, I'm moving my show again
are you really?
in the fall. Yes, I am.
Oh, geez. I might come back in the fall with Get Moderated. I don't know. My stress levels are either going to peak or valley here very soon. So I may be coming back with Get Moderated in the next
That would
month.
be good. I think you should.
Well, I got a lot on my plate right now. There's a lot of things moving behind the scenes professionally and personally for me. So
Mhm.
it's best that I get to actually be super lazy and do this one with Russ, because to his credit, he does 99% of the work for the show. I just kind of show up 30 minutes before the
With-
show and
with the
just be
can.
me. And just bring them and just bring them. No,
Hi,
I got
Debbie.
some
Hi,
too.
John.
you do. Throw those puppies back up there. Get in there.
I do.
Look
I
at
do.
that.
I got
Yeah, she
some.
does.
Oh, you have
no
the
idea.
forward definition. I dig it.
Mhm.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I
Russ,
tried.
what are
yeah.
you working with, String Bean? That's a lean muscle. That's lean muscle. That's what that is. That's lean.
You didn't see my pictures that Michael did, and it's like I got like this. It's like this badass.
Oh, you look like the security guard.
He's the one that told me to
Hold
cross
on.
my arms. I'm like,
Did you
don't
use
know
the
what you're getting.
backhand? Did you do the backhand inflate?
Like this? Yeah, I did a little bit. So, oh,
That's
I
the
just
arms
snorted.
dealer. And for anyone that doesn't know, I got kicked off of Facebook for being an arms dealer.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
This is
Smuggling those
hilarious.
arms.
Yep. My Instagram
No,
picture
so
is still
the
abolished
good
slavery.
news, the good news about you bringing back Get Moderated towards the fall time is Compass. For anybody that missed the announcement a couple weeks ago, Ian and I have agreed that Compass is going to take a break from the end of August until November, because, as you know, with me being a store manager of Spirit Halloween, that period is always super crazy for me. So Compass
Now-
will not.
That does not mean that I'm not going to abuse the fact that we have the time slot still,
Correct.
and I might just come on and do some stupid shit. But the
Hey, let me know.
official
Hey, we
branded
could do some
the
of
official
these.
branded show will not be taking place.
So we're gonna the best way to describe it at this point is we are going to take a short hiatus, but
Mhm.
you never know. If I'm off on a Monday night and Ian and I are feeling up to it, hey, we'll jump on and do a show.
Exactly.
It's a great
but,
idea. Usually, you
we're gonna
try to
be
push through, and it overwhelms
Yep.
you. And it's
we're gonna be live streaming from Augusta, Maine. Augusta, Maine. September 6th and 7th. We are the official podcast of the Maine Paranormal and Horror Con.
Whoop, whoop.
So come check us out there. We will have a table set up. We will be broadcasting, also doing a lot of interviews with a lot of the celebrities that are going to be there, as well as a lot of the vendors. So tickets are on sale for that right now. So definitely check that out. We got to get the Stacey's in here. Thank you. Hey, Stacey, thank you for coming in.
Stacey, I gotta say, this time, not first.
Not first. But no, the Maine Paranormal Horror Con tickets are on sale right now. Can't wait to go up to this event. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic event put on by some great people. There's going to be some great celebrities there, as well as some paranormal, cryptid, horror movie icons, things like that. So, if you're in the area or even in the remote area, there's people coming from California, Ohio, Indiana, out to this event in September. So definitely check it out, and it will be a great time. Jeff and Ashley have put a lot of work into this, and actually all three of us that are sitting here on air right now will be there at that event.
Yes, we will. Can you hear me? Yes, it is going on.
Oh, yeah, you're good. Yep.
I can hear you. All right, so we're gonna do some card pulls, guys.
I like this. Do you guys see this? There's a new feature on StreamYard that lets you run the chat.
Yes.
That's new.
I saw that up there. I just didn't know what it was. I didn't want to go clicking buttons. I didn't know what was.
I actually am the exact opposite. I see a button and I just want to push it.
Click
You
it.
just want to touch
Click
it.
Click it.
Sorry, I just had
going on with human and resonance at the moment. It's off the
What?
scale.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't realize it
Earth's
popped up on the
heartbeat
screen like
is
that.
Oh wow, it's down here now.
Yeah, it's over on
Wow.
the side. It's like right down here. Like
Oh, that's
it's
so
not
cool. So they can see it live streaming as
No shit,
Well-
but I gotta like get up close to it to like see
I
it.
know, that's
Well,
where I'm
we
like,
have
what does
side
it
scroll,
say?
guys. Do not forget that we on the show actually have the bigger version off to the side. But
Yeah.
what's good about this is for those of you who watch like I do, when I'm watching other shows, typically on the Get
Yeah.
Content Network, I'm not really seeing all of the comments
Comments,
in
yep.
the chat. So like people are interacting with
Yeah.
things that I missed. So it's really cool that they actually have this now. So you can actually like check everything out as it comes in.
That's a very cool like live stream kind of thing that they put in there now. That's
Almost
really
makes it
cool.
seem legit.
Right. Almost.
They're competing with Restream.
Mhm.
So yeah, they are. So Ian, are you going to be using your handy dandy 52 card pickup today?
I can, because I never go anywhere without a standard deck of cards.
So are you
Oh,
using
what
a
are you,
standard
a
deck? Would
fucking
you
magician?
rather me use I wanted to ask you this. I have
I didn't realize we were doing dueling banjos tonight. I'm totally okay with it.
Well, you know what? The first time we did it, it was such a great success. Everyone really enjoyed it and everything. So I figured, why the hell not? Bring it back
Okay.
and do it again.
All right, I gotta bust out my little cheat sheet here because I always forget this stuff.
So do you want me to use traditional tarot? The traditional tarot deck?
Yeah.
Let's make it fun tonight.
Hush tarot. It's very this is it. Hush. Oh, upside down.
Up to you.
Let's make it fun
Because
tonight.
I'm gonna
Stacey.
be-
Whatever you feel comfortable with.
I'm gonna be using the standard like old school style of 52 where clubs, swords,
Yes.
hearts, diamonds, or rods. And then I'm going to kind of run it through that. If you're using a different deck, I think that would actually be kind of cool. That like
That's what I was thinking. I was wondering what you were going to use. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
And we have the first victim up in the room, Melanie, with like a poll. Melanie, do you have a question?
We got a pick me girl going already? Jeez.
Pick me.
Hey, I mean, this
So
is what we're doing this for.
Are we doing first, second, third, or are we doing two separate 3-card runs and then compare?
I don't know. What did we do last time? Because it worked out really well. Was it first, second, third?
I think we did first, second, third, but you're using a different style, right?
It's the same. It's same tarot, just different artwork. It really is. It's the same.
Oh, okay.
It's not one of those freaky ones that have different names or anything like that. It's just different artwork on there. That's all. It's the artist's own rendition of the different suits.
So, Ian, do you want Stacey to pull 1 and 3 and you can pull 2?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Nicole.
Just general. Okay, so Melanie's saying just general.
Yep, just a general.
Okay, it flew out. So my first one is 5 of Swords. So with the 5 of Swords, you have like a lot of like abusive, like is there abusive violence and lots of things going on that are like not so sunshine and roses. I mean, bullies, like it tends to be the thief a lot. Like the 5s are conflict, so it's like tends to be the thief a lot. So things getting stolen, whether it be like actually things stolen or emotionally things stolen from you. So that's something that is coming out for you in the 5 of Swords. So that's kind of and then the 6 of Wands. I'm like looking and I'm like, I don't.
6 of Wands signifying the overcoming of challenges, the recognition, and
success,
the triumph of the spirit over the arduous tasks. And so kind of pairing off of that 5, you actually have that challenge set before you that is literally in the cards to be overcome.
Yeah, because the middle card is usually the present moment, what's happening presently.
You are in the
overcoming.
throes of that overcoming. So just really stating, like, stay the course, put your head down, really get through this, because what you're doing right now is the steps to overcome.
And I will say this, I know Melanie personally for quite a few years now, and you guys both cards spot on.
Yeah, it's because I'm like a psychic.
You're something.
So with that, if you follow the middle card's advice, if you follow that advice, I have the 3 of Cups, and this is where this deck is so beautiful. There we go. This is the traditional 3 of Cups, but this is celebrations. This is a circle of support. So finding your tribe, like you need to find, like, I don't know if that's what you're working on right now. You're finding the people that are looking are going to be on your side and going to back you up and going to be your cheerleaders and stuff like that. But that's what's coming for you. There's something that I really feel like intuitively there's something you got to get rid of. You kind of have to set some boundaries, and then there will be that celebration, which is continuing on what Ian's the middle card was with success and everything like that. But this is definitely has to do with emotional connections with others. So you're going to find that soul tribe type of thing in this. She's saying spot on. Her siblings.
Yep.
So maybe that's the ties you need to cut. Like maybe there's some boundaries there that need to be placed.
And I'll say this, like, this isn't in the cards, but I will say one of the biggest things in life, it's incredibly difficult to create those boundaries and to have those boundaries, especially with family and close relatives. That's where boundaries are the most important. You know, you have the old adage is no one can hurt you like the people that are close to you. And it's because of those lack of boundaries. They're some of the most difficult to establish, but also they are the most critical for you to become the most authentic version of yourself, because it is the people that are incredibly close to you that disrespect your boundaries that prevent you feeling comfortable in your own skin. It's not the stranger that judges that prevents you from being your genuine self. It's the trusted person that judges that keeps that special part of you quiet and dim. So make sure you are setting those boundaries, because personal growth and personal development stem from a healthy fence around your personal life and your development. So if it is an issue with siblings, I've been there. It's incredibly difficult, but it is worth the endeavor, and it is so cathartic and brings so much peace.
Wow. You know what, Ian? Your soft side is showing.
No, actually, it's just my goal to make people cry. And so,
well,
mission accomplished.
Well, I was surprised you didn't comment. You must not have seen it on my post the other day. Like, I recently learned, and this is new to me, and I'm like, why didn't I know this? That the phrase blood is thicker than water actually comes from a completely different term. And it was the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water in the womb, or something like that, or stronger than the water in the womb. And you know, like it's an old proverb. And I'm like, that's the exact opposite of what we've been taught with blood thicker than water. Like we're supposed to like be with our family no matter what. And our family is so,
I have a harder time cutting people that have chosen to be my family than the people I was born with. So it's like, it really is like, it's true though. Like the people that are closest to you are capable of doing the most damage. All right, we got 2 more people, I think, in here.
All right, we got Debbie
and Sarah.
Miss Sarah.
Awesome.
Miss Get Haunted herself. Check her out on Paranormally Blonde on the Get Haunted Network.
So nice to see Miss Sarah in the room.
I think she's on. Right, Sarah, are you on hiatus right now? Or are you still? You're still coming out, right?
She was just on
I know,
right?
Live streaming today.
Was she on today? I missed it.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep, she was on live streaming today talking about the Rock Island Esoteric Expo.
Oh, dang. All right, let's do Debbie first because she was first in line, and then promise Sarah we'll get you.
All right, we're still doing me first, right? 1, and then you'll do
2, 3.
2. Okay. All right, Debbie. So you got the Queen of Swords, and I love this rendition of the Queen of Swords. If you look down there, like she is sitting up and she's got her are they crows or are they I think it is a crow. I think it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
that
looks
is
like
a
a
crow
crow or a raven.
or a raven. Yeah, a crow or a raven, whichever one that is. So that Queen of Swords is like self-sufficient. Like being a very totally honest person. So I think this is actually like sometimes when the queens come out, this is showing us exactly like who we are. So this is like your character. And see, I know Debbie, so it it fits her from what I know from her because she
Mhm.
is, you know, she is a totally honest person. She's very open, but she's self-sufficient, very independent, and able to kind of like do and take on what she wants. That's kind of like her background. Like that is who she is.
Stacey, we really do complement each other here because in the moment, we have the Nine of Cups, which often symbolizes that emotional contentment, that satisfaction, that personal stability, that internal stability. And there is a degree of fulfillment that comes with that, right? There's a
Yeah.
degree of I hate using this term, but like manifesting, because I loathe the concept of positive manifestation. I do. I completely acknowledge negative manifestation being an entirely real thing. But
Yes.
the idea that in that self-awareness, in that contentment and self-stability comes the prosperity of what you're looking for and that passion to be able to take initiative and the confidence to actually take that risk because that sound knowledge of self to be able to take that step.
And she's and see, I like I said, I know her personally. We go out to dinner all the time. She lives close to me, and she is just the type of person like so genuine, just like a genuine, but also she knows what she wants, and she's not one that takes it. It just kind of happens to her because she is such this genuine person, and she knows like she manifests things just because okay, she believes it. She's just I just love her energy. I absolutely love her energy. Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments in here.
Yeah, Nick Coney actually brought up the original, well, the proposed original Blood is Thicker Than Water.
Oh, good. Yes. Okay. And
Yeah.
I looked and I kept trying to go back and see where the original came from. And there were so many like different, like, oh, it could have came from here. It could have came from here. So, but it was definitely a medieval.
So now we have Sarah. Oh, no.
Oh, no, I have the third card. Third card. For, I know it feels like we
I'm moving too
finalized
quick.
that for her. I know, but it feels like this, we finalized that for her. There's really no advice. It's really just keep going and doing what you're doing. So let's see what the final card comes out to be for her. And that is the it's not just, yeah, the Eight of Swords. So if you look at that one, wait, hold on, there she is. I like to show pictures of this deck because they're like really powerful.
They're gorgeous.
And then
yeah,
this is like a quick change. Something's coming. Like whatever, there's something that you're, and I'm glad you said manifesting because this kind of goes along with it. Like something's going to come very quickly, and something's going to manifest in the way that you want it to. She wants it to manifest. It's going to start changing some things. Things are going to change the way she wants them to change. So all good news. It's a very good reading. So.
All right.
All right. So it is Sarah now, right?
It's Sarah now.
Okay. I always like to shuffle until like something like flies out. If it does, sometimes the energies are like, oh,
so I shuffle and then drop the deck like this and just kind of thumb until I find the right card and just
see. I got one that flew out.
Debbie, no worries. Thank you. Keep up what you're doing though. Like stay the course. Keep being you.
So the first card is a period of rest. This is the Four of Swords. This is the card like there's been so much shit has happened, and it's like it's telling you. But of course, like if you're doing a traditional 3-card reading, this is kind of what's been happening. You've been taking a step back. You've been resting. You've been trying to, retreat, find solitude, and recover from all the shit that's been going on in your life. And taking that time to recover and rest. That's that first card that's coming through.
And and I know, Sarah, I know some of the
It's
things
wands,
that's happening
right?
right now. This is the Two of Swords.
Oh, swords. Okay.
So it's representing that indecision, that internal
Ooh, yeah.
conflict, that crossroads where you're trying to decide what the next steps are. I think coming off of the previous card, it flows right in that moment of rest and self-reflection, going into that phase of what do I do next, and how do I even make that decision? Like, there's so many influences.
The Two of Swords.
Yeah,
too.
there are so many influences coming at you, so many different directions. I think it's really important to take that moment, similar to what actually it's weird. Maybe I have a trend going on. Maybe my mind's in a certain place, but in that moment of indecision, in that moment of recovery, and taking that beat, make sure that it's your own voice you're listening to, and not an external one. And external voices mask themselves as the voice in the back of our heads, right? So just make sure that it's genuinely your voice coming through.
So as you were pulling those, I was shuffling, and two came out for her last one. And I'm going to honor these two because they kind of go in hand, because the first one that came out is the Three of Swords. And traditional Three of Swords, those that you know, the Three of Swords, the heart with the three swords in it. This is the Three of Swords in this deck. And it's very urethral. I don't know, I just love it. So Three of Swords is heartbreak. It is this like loss, like a huge loss, and kind of like trying to get over it. It's a lot of like that background trauma, that background shit that's happened. It's that loss. But I'm not saying that's the future, but to me, when it comes together with the Chariot, the Chariot. So this is the Chariot, and it's actually in this deck, it's a carousel horse that they're riding. So the Chariot is moving forward. It's taking action. This is like Medusa type energy, and understanding that I'm going to take reins and you're going to just go forward with it. Like there's no more decision making. This is telling you to jump. This is telling you to get over the heartbreak, to get over the fucking shit that hurt you, so you can move forward and take those reins and get stronger from it. That's the Chariot. I love it's my favorite card. And as you were saying that, when the Chariot flew out, I was like, oh my God, that's so perfect. We do very well.
I simultaneously love doing this with you and hate it because it's creepy.
I know, right?
The two of you, I sit here just.
We need to go on show live and go somewhere and do these like.
Yeah, we totally should do that. Like,
what are
you doing right now, Stacey? What are you doing right now? Maybe we could go live and do this kind of thing right now. I mean,
live in person, like at an event when we're at an event.
Oh no, I thought Ian wanted to go on Rustic Spirit like right now, and you know.
You are. I'm streaming from here.
Yeah, so I mean, we can't even have our show on our show. It has to be Rustic Spirit. I get it. Should we change the background, Stacey?
He gave me permission, like to stream from my channels. Do you want more viewers or not?
Of course you can. We'll be joking.
All right. So
Sarah wants to know.
Oh yeah, Damien. Yep. Sorry. We got Damien, and then Sarah, who was Melanie's daughter, is in the room as well, asking for a card pull as well.
Damien, I had a dream about you last night. I know.
Damien. Yeah, but this is PG-13 show, Stacey. Yeah. We don't need to go into it.
No, Damien and I have a connection more than you guys know.
This is Get Haunted.
Like I said, PG-13, Stacey.
Psychic connection. Psychically connected.
Okay.
Whatever you say to make you feel better.
Damien, there's something going on over in your area. And I know that you're going to the castle, and I think you said you were at the castle.
He was at a castle this past weekend.
Yeah, he just finished one. He's got another one coming up
in August.
And he was asking how the August one's going to go.
Okay. So let's see what the cards say about that one. But I did have a dream about like something going on right now, currently over there in his area. Because we've been talking
about Scotland, of course, something's going on.
Was there a lot of
world events?
Dungeons and cages and chains and maybe some leather?
No, I don't want to bring stuff like negative news into this stuff, but there is some things going on over there that's relevant to what's happening in our world right now.
What are they building another golf course?
And this is why I love you and hate you at the same time.
I just love that it's subtle. There's like so many people wouldn't get it, but other people will. Damien will.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. This one's for Damien. Right? Yes, the spidey senses. Like Damien and I have been talking a lot about this. He understands. He knows what I'm talking about. Yes, Damien. I agree with you.
Stacey
Cards
went
don't
to
want
the
to fly
finger
out,
pointing.
so I'm just gonna have to stop.
Huh?
I said Stacey went to the finger pointing. She's serious.
I get yelled at home so much for that.
I do work at a school, so this is natural for me. All right. So Damien, again, you have, what does that say? The 9 of wands. So like boundaries. Again, you had the 9 of wands came up earlier for someone. So boundaries, creating the boundaries, trying to. So if you're talking about that castle thing, making sure you have a lot of strong protections before you walk in there. That is what I'm taking from this. Make sure that you create those boundaries with those spirits and tell them that they're not allowed to do the certain things that you don't want them to do, and keep that up. And Ian is smiling, so I'm dying to see what his card is.
8 of wands. Rapid movement, quick decisions, decisive action. So playing directly into that, you know, it being your now card would suggest to me that like there are actions you need to be taking now to kind
News
of
arrives.
yourself.
I wonder if it's picking up a little bit what we're talking about. Also,
What's
not
that?
just the castle, but what Damien and I are kind of like talking about too with what we were
Current
saying.
events.
Why my words don't want to come out? See, something's blocking me from talking right now.
Yeah,
because this is more of like this is the present, but there's like some news in there. So I wonder if it has something to do with like.
Well, yeah, I mean, unexpected news, quick changes, rapid movement, a lot of fluctuation and consistency. So that card calls for rapid movement and rapid action on your part as soon as possible, whether that's self-preparation or, you know, if you need to start digging a bunker in the backyard. You know, it's all about that decisive, quick movement in this time period.
Yeah, being on your feet and alert.
Head on a swivel. Maybe get some rest. Stay alert.
Yes. Does he sleep? I don't think he sleeps at all, right?
No.
He has, instead of blood, he has Red Bull in his veins.
Yeah.
I think so too. Like,
oh God, we're graced by Mr.
I'll
Robert.
read you, Rob.
hi,
I'll
we're gonna read
you
we're gonna read
all
Robin.
day.
So I'm like literally, I don't even know what to say about this card that just came up, because this is the Hierophant, and this is the Hierophant here, and the Hierophant is that tradition's guidance. It's that ancient knowledge that comes from like spirituality, religion, but tradition. So maybe getting back to some roots is what I'm thinking, like getting back to what you used to do, getting back to that roots, like deepen that connection you have with earth, deepen the connection you have with any type of spiritual things you have going on before you go in, but also seek mentorship. So the Hierophant is giving you that advice. It's like it's time to like kind of seek that mentorship and as you're going through this journey.
All right, fantastic.
Lady
All
S.
Sarah time.
So we got Sarah, and then we
Rob.
have Mr. Roberto.
Roberto Stackadix. Did I mispronounce it? I'm not good with Polish.
No, you were just so real in who you are. Okay, so who are we doing right now? Because the card just flew out.
Sarah Harold. It's happening.
Okay, Sarah, I don't know who that is, but she came out with the 6 of Cups. So cups are emotions and nostalgia. Like you are, maybe there's some reunions that just happened, or you are kind of getting stuck in that old past of of things that once were like nostalgic, and trying to like get things back the way they used to be, and not looking at like what it could be now based on that. But that's kind of like where you've been stuck. Not that it's lost, but or maybe there's been a reunion. It could one or two, it could be one of the two. But it
See, guys, I pronounced it correctly.
Stack of dicks.
Stack of dicks.
Oh, and my dog's head just went up when I said stack of dicks. No, okay. So there's
Don't know what you're training your dog for, Stacey.
No, like we like to give
um,
my dog bully sticks. Bully sticks, and you know what bully sticks are, right?
I do, yes. Yeah. I've had dogs almost my entire life.
Gary's always going around and saying, "Do you like your dick? Is your dick good?"
All right, back to Sarah and her nostalgia. And so we have the Four of Pentacles representing
Another
financial wealth or just wealth in general. The idea of inheriting positivity or consolidation of resources and things like that. And when we put into the context of nostalgia, I think it's really important that there is a wealth to be found in nostalgia, whether it is through remembering the joy and benefit of having that moment and having those moments, or if it's through the interpretation of wisdom from those moments. There's a lot of, everybody likes the idea of money. So like when people talk about wealth and they talk about good fortune and things like that. And what I think is really funny is with the Four of Pentacles, there is this idea of inheritance as well, where something is being passed on to you. To combine that with the sense of nostalgia, I think it's a moment to realize what the past is actually bringing into your present in the positive sense. All of our paths aren't always great, and there's a lot of pain there sometimes, but that doesn't mean we can't glean the wealth of wisdom, knowledge, and self-awareness from them as we move forward into your third card.
So the wheel. It is the wheel, which is changes. That is the like good fortune. It's like this is like telling you, like this is play the lottery card sometimes. Like this is things like changes are coming. The wheel is turning for you. It's coming back around. So as you were talking about that, and like we were talking about nostalgia, and we were talking about that financial security and long-term security, like I keep getting this image of like welfare cheese. Like I grew up in welfare. I grew up like eating, like we didn't have a car, we didn't have a phone, we didn't have anything. We went to the food bank and we got welfare cheese. So I kept thinking that. So I'm wondering if that's part of your past to being a very like in a household that was either poor or economically deprived and having to like scrimp and save, and now you're like still kind of stuck in that. But this is telling you like things are going to change. Things are going to change.
Well, you combine that with the wealth card coming right before it, like it's that moment of transition. And so
that transition, but believing it too. Yeah. Like don't get stuck here thinking like, oh, okay, I can't go and buy, that T-bone steak.
Well, there is something to the old concept of like the poverty mentality, right? Like,
yes.
So that was something I struggled with. I had imposter syndrome for years, where like I stopped being poor and couldn't convince myself I wasn't poor anymore. Like the first time I paid someone to do an oil change, I struggled with that decision. I remember the first time
I'm with it too. I know. I understand.
Well, no, like I'll never forget. If my wife is still watching, she can attest to this. The first time I got a really stable job where we had extra income, I bought myself an Xbox, and it's like an Xbox 360. And I came home and I had the box and I set it in the living room and I stared at it for 2 days, and then I went to return it because I was like, I can't spend the money on this. This is stupid. Like like we're gonna need groceries. And it took days for my wife to actually convince me to plug the damn thing in and take it out of the box and stop worrying about it. So don't get hung up on the past in that regard. So
that's beautiful. Yeah, I think that's exactly what the message she needed to hear. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
not
see,
awesome that you went through that.
the
but
good thing about it is Melanie and Sarah. I know them both personally and everything. Melanie and Sarah both got to go to the Supernatural convention. And meet like
so
Jared
they are broke.
Padalecki and all them. Yeah, they're broke now.
Because that's the wife and I had tickets to that one year. That is financially devastating to go to the Supernatural convention.
Like Supernatural, the TV show?
The show. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
oh my God. My wife and
Jensen
I had tickets
Ackles
like
was
5
there?
years ago. Like 5 years ago, we had tickets and we were going to go. It was like $3,800. It was ridiculous.
If I had it, I would pay it.
You have to. You're planning for Disney if you go to the Supernatural convention.
I would rather go there than Disney.
Well, no, but that's what you have to think. Is like, this is Disney money.
Yeah. This is Disney money.
100%.
All right, so we got Mr. Roberto Stackadix up.
Lori, you are in the queue, definitely.
Yes, you are in the queue. We got Lori, Rob.
All right, Stacey, Rob, just ping us, let us know you're still here.
Lisa,
because I think I'm going to pull. We're going to do 4 cards for Rob, I think. I'm going to do the first card.
Well, as I was thinking about Rob, one flew out, so.
Oh, you are still here.
Yep, you're still here.
So,
yep.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pull the first card.
Got.
Does anybody know what card that is?
Jesus. Take the wheel.
All right, Stacey, you're up.
You should have warned me because I have a crocheted one upstairs I could have brought down.
All right, Stacey, throw Rob his first card. What was his first card?
Sorry, I'm a hot mess now. So it's 2 of Wands. So again, choices, but like you're looking for results. This might be talking about all your traveling and stuff that's going on, but you're waiting for something. There's something that happened. There's something that you put out there in the universe, and you're waiting for the results of it because you've made your choice. You've made a choice, and you're waiting for that to come. So it is definitely waiting for that. Sorry, I'm just like you all remember I have the button.
He can log in and kick us off at any point.
Damn it,
He
Ian.
could. He could.
I knew Ian was going to be the downfall
Rob,
of the show.
It wasn't me. It's not me. I'm
sure I'll get a message about that later.
All right. Anyway, what I was saying is that you're waiting for results from a choice that he recently made. He's waiting to hear from things because the choice has already been made because this is that first card. So it's already the foundation of what's happened. And he's waiting to see if it came out. It might have something to do with travel, might have something to do with moving, or that it's definitely action. It's definitely going and doing something. So I don't know if it's like moving from his home, traveling, or moving into, some other venture.
All right. And so now we have the Queen of Diamonds, which typically moves to Queen of Pentacles, which is typically a representation of prosperity and resourcefulness moving forward. So of resilience, prosperity, staying the course, and actually just really owning your method and your move.
Be careful. They're watching.
Discount prices. Got to be careful, though. It might be irradiated by the end of the month.
It also represents fertility, so that could be birth.
It could be. But clearly, managing the resources you have, the tools you have, the gear you have, the equipment to, possibly impregnate yourself. Stacey has something going on here. Oh, and she's holding on to your third card, Rob. Your future is as yet undefined.
Someone literally just walked past here, and I don't know who it is. And everything's dark because it's just my ring light, and I'm like,
oh boy, do we have another children's situation?
To say hello. The dog is barking. And I swear, someone just walked past here and I said hello. They said there's no one there.
Probably shouldn't have said that.
Okay, maybe I'm.
Do you remember that
dog.
thing you found on your pillow, Stacey? I don't know.
What thing?
Well, I'm assuming she's talking to you. Lori Becker, remember that?
Oh
thing
no,
you
that's
found on
Gary.
your
Come down to do laundry. We're good.
Okay.
So third card came flying out for Rob.
All right, third card
ooh.
for Rob.
King of Pentacles. And you had the Queen of Pentacles. So the King and the Queen are now here. So the choices that have been made.
And the Queen is fertile.
The Queen is fertile and the King is now here. So the King of Pentacles, you know, he is like that leader, that practical person, but wise investor. I have to show, and this is where I love this deck, because the pictures of the pictures of the deck, in my mind, I said something else. Give us other messages. And I just want you to see that. That's the owl holding the skull. Oh my God. I just feel so much power off of this. I don't know what you guys are doing. I really feel like this has something to do with him and Sarah both, and what they are doing with the network and stuff like that. But I feel like there's been some choices, some things, and like it's going to take flight. Like things are going to take flight. And it's that strategic leadership and understanding like how to, what is the word I'm looking for? To be wise when it comes to, because they be wise when it comes to like where they invest. So that is what I'm picking up.
All right.
All right. So Lisa, if you're still in the room, throw a ping up there so we can see if you're in here. If not, we'll move on to Lori. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for coming.
I'm still trying to remember that thing I found on my pillow.
All right, Lisa is in the room.
In the room.
All right, Lisa.
I love the fact that I have these buttons.
Oh, are we doing a little dance right now? So this is the tower, and I think it's the one card that everybody knows in the tarot deck. It's the tower. Things are crashing down, and this is their foundation, kinda. So your foundation. This is like what's already kind of happened in your life. The tower, like it's that unwanted change, ruin. Everything just fell. Everything had to crash. It's like what happens right before the phoenix rises, everything turns to ash. So this is kind of what's going on in your life. Is like that's what's happened. Something you lost, something totally got destroyed. And I guess you're building new, and
something ended. And so we have the 10 of swords. So you have that ending, that betrayal, that closing of the chapter. What's that?
Hitting rock bottom.
Kind of, yeah. Like, I mean, it just really, those two together just signify it is the end of something. Like, and it ends aren't always bad. They may hurt, they may be painful, but ends aren't always wrong. You know, we don't always look at the ending as a good thing. But truthfully, you know, I'm a big reader, go through quite a few books on the regular. You can't have the start of a new chapter or a new arc or a new story without first closing off that old one and identifying all of the changes that took place through that first half of the story, or through that first arc, through that first chapter. And so know that whatever Stacey pulls for the moving forward is that transition. And you know, whether it's a rising like the phoenix into this glorious new being, truthfully, the rebirths that happen the most and the rebirths that happen the most meaningfully are far smaller than that. We all look for massive changes. We all look for massive shifts in dynamics and paradigms, but in truth, it's the small paradigm changes, it's the small movements that we have that really build into something meaningful. So, Stacey, what do we have for that third card?
The Chariot. It couldn't be any more perfect. You can't make this shit up. So the Chariot, moving forward, action, change. It is reaching a new plane of maturity. It's finding that, like through endings, you find a new beginning. So this is the Phoenix. This is the Ash. This is the Phoenix. And like, so you've kind of reached your limits and you are ready to go, and it's time to work deeper on that and understand how you transformed. And,
you know what?
Flight.
I really should keep the deck in sight because Ashley just asked, "Where's my deck?" And the way things have been pulling tonight, like I do feel like I should probably prove that like I'm not just like digging through and picking the best one.
Okay, I am intuitive. I never thought that.
I didn't think I didn't think until
she said, "Where's your deck?" Yeah. So Lisa, lots of big changes for you. Lots of like you have your wings. Believe you have your wings and take flight. That is the best advice I can give.
From me, let the end happen for whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do not hold on and prevent the ending thinking it will be better. Sometimes endings are the best and most painful option. So just let it run its course.
Yes. Let the
All
tower
right. So
fall.
next up we have Lori.
All right, Lori. Oh, did you see that? It just like flew out.
It flew out.
Her card just flew out, and it is the Queen of Cups. So nurturing, healing. You've been in a healing journey. You've been going through and doing your healing journey, nurturing. I don't know if it's like you're self-nurturing or you're getting nurturing from other people. Like there is a lot of that going on, a lot of that self-care. Or at least you're trying to get to implement that in your life. That has been your main focus right now because it's time to be all about yourself and what you like. Fix yourself.
And the Seven of Hearts, I think, is incredibly important, representing fantasy, delusion, the self-deception, the idea of like pyrite, right? Like there's fool's gold involved. There's in those phases of self-development and self-growth, sometimes we lie to ourselves about what real self-growth is. And instead of becoming a more pure version of ourselves, we become a more toxic version of ourselves because we feel more enabled by that quote unquote growth. So I think as you're growing and as you're taking ownership of who you are and what you're doing, just keep a pulse on what you're doing and making sure that you're very authentic with yourself, because this very well could represent you accidentally going down a road where you don't become that better version of yourself, and or conversely, you're fooled into making a decision based on what you think is going to be best for you. So just really, really, really bring authenticity with yourself in those moments of quiet.
That is so perfect. You have no idea. I pulled the devil.
Ha!
So like being seduced by material or physical pleasures. This is like, it could be habits, or like it could be like just these unhealthy habits, addictions, but also patterns and dependencies. Like you got to check what's holding you back. It's almost a very like, because it's time to break free. It's time to break free from that, from your chains.
It's time to break free.
And use your own discretion. So like this also represents shadow side. So instead of trying to like hide your shadow side or make it go away, embracing that as part of yourself. You know, Ian's a perfect example of that. Like he knows both of his light and his dark, and he embraces it. He really does a very good job. And this is a compliment. This is not a
no. Oh no, I'm incredibly self-aware. It's very difficult for people to insult me.
Yeah, you do.
I'd have to disagree to be insulted.
Yeah, you do very well with that yin and that yang of highlighting your dark side and also your light side, like because we have both. So this is like some shadow work probably coming up, some shadow work that you have to do, but understanding like what's chaining you and where can you break free from that. So that was for Lori, right?
Lisa. That was for Lisa.
Lisa.
Russ, who was next up on deck? He's the one that had our running.
No, he's been like, I'm not paying attention, so.
I am sorry. I was talking with the wife. I am sorry. We have next up, I believe we have Rain, RYNE, Rain, Ryan Schroeder. Sorry, I just probably butchered that. My bad.
All right, if you could just ping us real quick to let us know you're still in the
Let us
room,
know you're still here.
And take away.
No,
I'm trying to find where it was.
It's up there a little ways.
Oh man, the Aurora Brothel's in the room. Talk about fertility.
All right. Hi, Denise.
all right. So
Oh, here we go. Rain, yeah, there you are. Or Rin.
Rhine. If Y is an I, it's Rhine. Like rhyme, right?
Well, or rhythm. RY, like rhythm. Well, that's RHY. I don't know. Rhine. Is it Rhine or Rin? I don't know. I'm. It kills me when I can't pronounce people's names right.
I know, me too. Oh, there it goes.
Schroeder.
It's blue.
It's absolutely Schroeder. I know that's the last name.
Okay, his card flew, and now I don't know where it's at.
No, jeez.
Like it literally flew out of my hand. Where did it go? Like that's an important card. It is
Schroeder. I don't know the Cubs. I don't know who you're talking about on the Cubs.
There we go.
Russ, while we do this, you figure out how we're supposed to say this.
All right.
Okay. So he
Sandberg from the Cubs.
He got the King of Cups. So empathy. Like I said, this is like past or your foundation, like empathy, supportive leader, showing tolerance.
Huh, it is. It's Rhine. It is. It's Rhine.
Okay.
Like river.
Rhine.
Okay.
So supportive. Now I'm all lost with that Rhine, the river. Like supportive leader. This is someone. A King of Cups is someone who it usually represents a person. So I'm assuming it represents you, but someone who is like emotionally stable, emotionally able to kind of understand emotional intelligence, know when and when not to speak out, when not to like give the finger. Yeah, very calm, cool, collective.
See, this is why I love.
I'm waiting to see your card.
I love this. Yeah.
And so we have the Ten of Cups, Ten of Hearts, symbolizing that harmony in relationship, that emotional availability, that real like kind of completion and fulfillment that you're getting from an interpersonal relationship. So realistically, it seems like you're in a really good mode socially or interpersonally in the moment. Are we gonna have like a cataclysmic third card where like we're gonna give like really bad news to somebody? No, hey, fire away. The cards are the cards. We don't get to decide.
It's the Tower.
Well, I mean, it might have been inverted.
Actually, none of the cards have come up inverted tonight. That is very weird. Very, very. So the Tower is not bad, but it's unwanted change. It's where things kind of fall and break apart. So my first thoughts, and this is my first thoughts as an intuitive, as a psychic, that we we're setting up like emotionally stable, all this stuff, like very superficial. Maybe this is like this superficial thing that there's some things that you're not seeing, and you're just like trying to like not really see the part of that is broken. And when you don't see the part is broken, it eventually shows you. what's broken, and it falls down. So that was my initial thoughts with that when I picked that card, because it was like, oh, this is beautiful. What's going to happen next? And the freaking tower comes out.
Well,
not bad news.
But also, one of, I think, the most important things interpersonally, when things are going really well and you get to that comfort zone, there are certain barriers and there are certain things that we fake with the people we care about the most that do collapse, that do fall and do shatter away for the better, where you're able to actually experience more vulnerability, more connection, and really be better than you were before, even though it may be a little bit more of a grind. It might be a little bit more of an open nerve situation because now you have this exposed part of yourself, or they do. Having that emotional stability as the foundation is what's critical to be able to actually move past something like that and to really grow as individuals or a unit. I don't couple.
You don't have to be. You don't have
club,
to.
Whatever.
Like, I think a lot of times, and as you were saying that, I pick it up more. Like, it's, you don't have to be this person that your family, like, you don't have to show this certain face to your family or to your whoever's around you. You can be real in who you are and raw and still be loved.
Yeah. And trust me, I'm a walking testament to that. I am, to your point earlier, Stacey, I own all of the worst parts of me very publicly. And there's very few people that I've ever met that are unsure if they like me or hate me. It's all very, very clear. It's very instantaneous. There is not a huge turnaround for whether or not I know if someone likes me or not. And that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's
liked you right away.
Totally acceptable.
I liked you right away. I appreciate your realness, your honesty, your rawness of who you are. I might not. How's this? I loved you right away. I might not always like you.
Well, and honestly, I think everyone that's actually had more than a surface level conversation with me can say something very similar.
Yeah.
Russ and I have a very close relationship, and I can promise that there are times, I guarantee, he wanted in his heart of hearts to hate me. Like,
a couple times.
Yeah.
But I knew.
I don't know. Russ tells me a lot of things. He's never once complained about you.
There's the wife right there. So it's true. Denise, we haven't had a chance to meet in person, so I actually have a halfway decent history or track record with Denise's, so we should be all right.
I love your wife, by the way. She's just amazing. I love what she does. I love her energy, and I follow her and watch all her pictures and all the stuff she does.
And again, you haven't had a chance to meet her in person. You'll get your shot.
I have not. I've only met her online. I want to. Will I meet her in Maine? Will you be in Maine?
No, she's skipping Maine. I'm going solo to Maine.
Oh.
She doesn't like that stuff. She doesn't like people. She doesn't like the big groups.
I need to come get pictures done with her because she doesn't. I think she'd help me feel comfortable with my body.
So I honestly, when she first started doing it, I'm like a weird, aggressively supportive person with her. Like, I probably overstep a lot in my support, where she's like, I'm thinking of this, and then I just do all the stuff for her to do it. And then she was like, yeah, except I didn't actually want to do it. I was just talking about it, and now I don't want to do it. So and now I'm sitting in the corner like a bitter child. But when she first started with the photography, I was like gung ho, like, great, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't really understand any of it. Like, I didn't understand the why. I didn't understand kind of her mission statement. I didn't understand any of that. I was like, you want to be a photographer? Fine, let's go, let's run. And that was all I gave a shit about. was she expressed interest in doing this, so let's run forward. And it was, I think, 3 or 4 minutes, or 3 or 4 months rather, and she got a couple of letters from clients. And when I say that I am just now learning how to like feel feelings, like it's been like over the past like 6-7 years. Like
I loved Russ's reaction to that.
well, no, like I've always felt them, but like it's just like cataloged and very like very clinical way where it's like, oh yes, I identify that I am sad. Oh yes, I identify that I am emotionally triggered. Like, oh yes, this is emotional.
In the back of my mind, I just have Pinocchio. I'm a real boy going on.
Exactly.
You guys
Oh my
are
God,
doing
that's so
readings.
great.
Yeah, we've been doing readings all night, honey. Thank you for showing that you've been paying attention. So
Are you guys adult
Still
doing
not
readings?
adult. Are we still doing readings?
yeah, we are doing readings. I only made
All
one
right,
joke,
so
but to my point, let me just please finish. I'll button this up, I promise.
finish.
While
We
he's
have
doing
nobody
that
behind us.
point,
We have nobody behind us.
my bladder needs to go.
Abide.
Go ahead.
Real quick.
I read the letters that she had, and like it was gut-wrenching to hear what some people were going through with like their self-images. And so
Oh yeah.
like it's so cool that she's able to do it. Still doing not adult. I speak her language, and I don't know what she's trying to say.
She meant to say still instead of adult.
Oh. Yes, we
So
were
it's
still
supposed
doing
to say,
reading.
are you guys still doing readings? Not, are you guys adult doing readings?
Gotcha.
Because these are not adults doing readings at all.
No. I'm a giant man child. But
It takes a while to decipher Kim.
Yeah, that was way too long for me. Yeah, I guess.
So, Ryan wants a reading done for their team.
Rhine,
Rhine.
like the river. Rhine
wants
for
a
his group.
reading done for their team. Their CNR paranormal. And then I guess we can toss Ashley in there and Kim as well.
I don't think, did Kim ask for one?
No, but she asked if we were still doing readings.
Does Kimberly want one?
Would Kim like one? Now she's quiet.
Kimberly, would you like a reading?
Okay.
Welcome back.
Much lighter.
Stacey.
Okay.
So I'll be doing the rest of my readings like this. Hope no one minds.
I need some special effects.
I won't do it.
All right. So we're doing a team. I heard you guys the whole time because I had my ears
So
in.
CNR.
CNR Paranormal. All right. Where are you guys located at? You were up there like it was money. You were up there like it was money.
Like money,
I'm
right?
glad you live close to him, not me.
You make it rain.
I was just over there on Saturday
I might
night.
not like him as much if I had more time with him.
Oh no, trust me, you would. The more shenanigans you're involved in, the more ingratiated I become.
No, it was a good time on Saturday hanging out with Ian. Ian and I had a good talk and
yeah,
really good
stuff.
stuff.
Camping in the backyard, had a bonfire going. Nice.
All right, so do you guys have some new adventures? I'm assuming there's some new adventures for CNR Paranormal because a page came up. It's the Page of Wands. So pages are definitely like new project, creative ideas, new things happening. I don't know if there's like, are you guys a newer team or are you guys an older team? Like, and Ian's laughing because his card.
No. I shuffled Rob's card back into the deck by accident.
Please tell me that was not the one you pulled.
And that was the one I pulled.
So new fertility. No.
Yeah, right.
This is Wands. So Wands is action. Wands is taking that new creative project, creative idea. So whatever it is new that you guys are thinking about doing, like that is like you're building that. You're like keep building it because that's probably the right path to be going in.
Ace of Pentacles, representing new beginnings.
New baby. That could be a new baby. No, just
New baby. Could be a new baby. But typically not, usually revolving around work or actions or activities, where you have a new manifestation of either a new methodology, new process, or entirely new endeavor. So kind of piggybacking off what Stacey said, really just leaning into finding your groove and finding that new way that you want to approach things, and really making it your own. And for your third card, the Tower.
No, it's not the Tower.
The Chariot.
This is protection. No, it's the seven of Seven of Pentacles. So hard work. There's some patience. There's some hard work going to be involved. There is you're going to want to give up. And this is like the card of like, oh, why do I keep pushing? Why do I keep going into it? Why do I keep doing this? Not giving up. It's delayed success. So things are coming. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get there. I'm going to show it to you because I love these cards. They're so beautiful. So delayed success. It's going to come. It's going to take some time. So keep pushing at it. Don't give up. Even when it looks like it is dim, just keep having that same page-like energy, because page energy wants us to continue having this childlike wonderment of when we look at things and like we're stepping off of that ledge. So keep having that.
Nice. Russ, who is next up?
If Ashley or Kim would like a reading, if not,
Kim said she wasn't sure if she was going to be awake, so we're going to make sure she's awake still. Which is wild to me, because when I come to the office, I do this show, right? She is out by 9:30, but if I was home, she would be up until midnight watching something on TV in the bedroom. Like, no doubt in my mind, she would be watching, like, we just finished Righteous Gemstones, which, if you haven't seen it, it's amazing. All right, Kim's away.
Righteous Gemstones. She did say podcast Ian isn't the same as in person Ian. I've met you once in person.
So I feel like podcast Ian is like bonfire Ian.
Yeah, see, I met bonfire Ian. Yes.
Like, I met podcast Ian is very much
you don't know
Ian.
Podcast Ian. I was sick, so Ian at the bash last year on my wedding night, which Russ was my officiant, took my husband to Sachs Bridge while I slept.
Which I didn't know that though. Like, I didn't know it was your wedding night.
Actually, it wasn't. It was the night after my wedding. It was
also
not my wedding
she
night.
knows this story. Because there was a spy among us. But I told her anyway.
But it was all good fun. Like,
no, there was someone that weekend taking photos of me and sending them to her who had never met her. Never met her. Anyway.
But it was pure. It was just fun.
So podcast me is definitely like the bonfire version of me.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do the wife. Let's do Kim.
Okay. All right, Kim. And I actually...
This is not the three-way I thought I'd have in this wedding, in this marriage, by the way.
So I pulled out my Oracle deck for some reason as we were talking with Kim and talking about it. So we're going to change up a little bit. I feel like she needs some of my Oracle cards. And I don't know why that is. So let's see how it goes along with the tarot. It's a little different.
All right.
At least the first card we're going to pull is the Oracle.
That's fair.
Which is the energy of it. Okay.
Totally fair.
I feel like this is.
Do you want me to pull the first card?
No, it just came flying out.
Okay.
So this is the blood moon. The blood moon came up, and you see the wolves, and you have the Venus. So the blood moon came up. So the blood moon is that illusion, uncertainty. There might be some not understanding, like kind of being stuck in this alternate reality of the way things should be. And I think for you, it's not believing in self. So you don't realize how great you can be when it is, when you do have this immense talent in something, but you don't believe in yourself. So you've created this illusion of not being good enough.
And the Jack of Clubs.
The clubs are swords? No. The clubs are wands.
Wands. And
Okay.
so this represents kind of that like aloof, creative individual. And so that really, it's so tough to actually read on people, like
It is, isn't it?
because I'm like, I'm holding back and I'm like trying to balance the things that are like, what are things that I actually know about her? And what are things that like the card's informing on. So it's kind of difficult. But what's good about that card is it's generally associated with like youthful recklessness and kind of like not naivety, but like a disregard for potential consequences in the endeavor of creating or being creative, which is so alien to my understanding of her, but so apropos to her actual endeavors, like professionally.
So can I stop you real quick? So I want to ask, like, is the Jack? I have a question. Is Jack of Clubs more in line with Page or Knight? Or are they kind of intertwined?
Page.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So it's that more youthful kind of energy where like there's kind of an absence of consciousness towards consequences.
Free-spirited.
Yeah. Which none of those descriptors would I ever openly use for my wife. For my wife.
Maybe that's
I
something
am the youthful
reckless
right
now.
now. What's
but maybe
that?
she's trying to embody that more. Maybe she's trying to
I hope
embody that.
so. Yeah. I hope so. And like, and again, there's like, there is also implications of like forward momentum and action. And maybe it's just calling for you to be a little bit less concerned with the potential consequences and just
breaking
kind of
the illusion,
drive forward into that challenge and meeting it as you go. So
yeah,
could kind of
that middle card could be advice. That could be your advice card. Like your advice is to be more.
Well, because we are playing with two different methods here as far as tarot goes, so it's kind of
sounds awful.
Yeah. So
she's
we have
a Virgo
other
too, isn't
like,
she?
We have other people that are like, oh, you're in a great emotional space, the Tower, and they're like, yeah, okay, cool. And then other people that are like, you're gonna go through hell, but you'll come out of it. Okay, cool. And then we read Kim, and it's like, all right, you're gonna hit a bump in the road, and you should probably just push through. That sounds terrible.
Oh, there we go.
He balances my like reckless optimism at times, so it's nice.
Okay, so she's your wife, and I know you, so I feel very drawn and connected here. I don't know why, but I feel like there is like some loss and heartache, like because it's the 5 of Cups.
There's what?
Loss and heartache. Like there's something she's mourning that, or has to mourn. Maybe she's not mourning. Maybe she's been putting it in a cup and putting it under the rug and not dealing with it. But that feeling unloved, and it goes back to that initial card, that illusion, that comes from this feeling of being unloved, and it doesn't come from you, and that it comes from old ancient stuff, like this abandonment. Was there an abandonment? Was there like things that happened that didn't, like, just got left and got alone? So she has to control a lot in her life. She wants to control everything because of being feeling so lost and alone. I'm sorry, Kim. I just called you out.
No. So there's like, yeah, this is
but not feeling grief, not feeling the grief. Like their grief is there, loss, regret, grief, but not feeling it. So it's like she takes a lot of that control in life, and even the self-worth is low. So in order for the self-worth to be higher, it's like I can't be creative, I can't be free spirited because I got to make sure everything fits in everybody's little boxes, in all the little boxes. You don't have to say anything. I'm just waiting to see if she said anything back.
I just had to text her to let her know that this wasn't a setup.
No, it's not. Okay, no, this was not a setup.
No, because like things are clicking in my head right now.
I brought this Earth and Bone deck out in the beginning, and I was like, okay, when I'm called, it's supposed to be someone. It's supposed to be for tonight, and it wasn't until she came up that I felt like it was supposed to be for her.
No, for real,
yeah,
that hits so deeper than I.
Yeah. Like it's time to throw the punches. And I don't know why this is happening. It's saying, but it's time to throw the punches and beat the shit out of whatever you need to beat the shit out of. Like even metaphorically. Like,
well, fuck, I'm not going home tonight. She's gonna catch.
Oh, is it you? Is it you?
Catch a DA case.
Sorry.
Well, no, you're advising my wife that it's time to throw hands. Well, it's either me or the 7-year-old.
Metaphorically, like there is words that need to be said to people, to somebody, and I don't know if it's somebody that's still alive or not. Like there's words that need to be said that are not being said because it makes her feel vulnerable and she doesn't want to feel vulnerable. But there's a lot of like this deep unloved feeling inside.
Okay, guys, I know I just got back and everything. If you guys want to continue, I need to go in to some AC because I am dying over here.
Well, I think we had one last person that actually let Kim go first. And I think we can put a bow on it.
And then we're done.
It was Ashley?
Yeah, it was Ashley.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Kim. Let me know if you need anything. I'm here. Reach out. Message me.
We're going to be scheduling an emergency therapy session.
All right. So Ashley, my girl. See, now here we are. I am close to Ashley. You guys are too. Well, I know Russ is, but
yes,
Ashley and I talk every day, and I know actually you and Jeff and Ashley talk every day. Like,
yes, we do.
So Ian's probably the one that doesn't talk to them as much
at all. I don't.
Okay. So,
I'm also really bad with names. So like I'm good with faces. Like I know
Moonshine guy.
Moonshine guy. Oh yeah, Jeff's wife.
Yes.
Or babysitter, depending on the evening.
Babysitter, moonshine.
It's always babysitter. Always. Okay, so the star came out for you, and we see. I know it doesn't look like a star in here, but the star is that renewal. Miracles have been happening. Things are exploding, and see, I know her so much. Like there is like being in the spotlight. You have more attention on you. Like things are exploding for you and growing, and you're illuminating to everywhere. And I do know that, and I know that personally. So I want to see your card, Ian. I'm
and so as things illuminate you and what you're doing and everything that you're pushing forward, you are sitting on the King of Wands as the sound judgment, as the one tempering the more reckless around you, as the one that is actually stepping in to be the authority in an otherwise chaotic moment.
Do you know? You don't know Ashley, or do you like? Hold on.
No, he does not know Ashley.
He doesn't know because he's not in our group chat, is he?
Nope.
You have no idea how spot on that is.
Yep. That is like, dead on.
You are the
We have
assertive
a
one.
group
You
chat
are the
for the
competent
Paracon.
one. You're the one that's making the sound judgments moving forward.
The one that has all her ducks in the row.
Quack, quack.
Like we have a group chat called Crack Ducks Paracon that is talking about the main Paracon because we love Jeff. Love you, Jeff, if you're watching.
Jeff is so
takes-
scattered.
He's scattered. I'm scattered, and Jeff and I have similar energies. Ashley's the calm one. Ashley and I have the exact same birthday, actually. But that was so spot on. I can't even. I didn't even pull the third card deck because I was so blown away by that card and what you said. Couldn't be more true. So what's coming up? All right. So Queen of Wands, right? That's the wands. Yeah, Queen of Wands. So building your confidence is going to grow, like your self-assurance, like that feisty person, and you are feisty. It's time to play in that and to be in that self-confident. No matter what comes your way, you aren't going to break, and make sure you understand that that's always who you are underneath, that person that does not break under pressure.
Yeah, so we've been horrifically inaccurate all night. I don't know why anybody stuck
terrible.
around.
I don't think we're gonna
Why
do
would-
these again.
Right? Ever. Like, it's been horrible.
Like,
All right.
I don't know. I've already started getting messages saying people are unhappy with the readings they got. So I mean,
Are they? Yeah. Well, at least
Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. Let me mail you your card.
actually, it was
Did
Kim.
you have that like ready to go for him?
No, so when Rob said that he wanted a reading,
You drew it.
well, I have a spare deck.
Oh. You have
So
a spare what?
both. Look. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Yep.
On that note,
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Compass of Curiosities on the Get Haunted Network. Pay attention to Compass of Curiosities on Facebook, as well as Get Haunted on Instagram and YouTube. Good job.
And their rival becoming enchanted with rustic spirit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Stacey. One more time, would you mind? So
Oh,
you saw that, everybody. That was to you, not to us. She knew she was
that
coming
was
back
not.
on.
Damn.
No, Stacey, thank you for coming on. Drop a plug.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
Yes. So I have a podcast as well that competes with Compass, apparently. No,
Only
it is
when
on
you feel
Thursday
like it.
nights live. Right now it's on Thursday nights live. In the fall, we will be going to Wednesday nights.
Or Monday night at 9?
No, not Monday night at 9. It's called Becoming Enchanted with the Rustic Spirit. And we're very similar to Compass. We go over paranormal, spiritual. Yeah, my brain doesn't want to work right now. This week, we actually have one of my favorite authors on. Her name is Anne Marie Eliezer, and she wrote, she's Midnight Lace and Magic. And it is just a poetry, and her work is so beautiful. Like, and it's so, like, just hits you, like, especially as a woman, it hits you, like, where our roots are at. So.
Don't like that sentence, but okay. As a woman, it just hits you. Don't care for that.
It's like a women empowerment. It's very witchy.
It builds you up.
It builds us up. Yes.
There you go.
It builds us up. I've been up since 4 a.m. So the coffee is wearing off.
Hey, not gonna lie, I've had my deck in my hand since 4 a.m. too, so it's okay.
Ashley says we need to get things together to ship Damien to the U.S. Are we gonna like put him in a box? Are we
Apparently,
shipping Damien
we're in
a
the
box?
business of human trafficking now.
Well, that's right up your alley, Ian.
Hey, you know what, Damien? That would kind of bypass the
Weapons,
whole
not
sport
people.
thing. could you stay in a box for 24 hours or whatever?
I don't know. Before I hit 40, I could.
I could have, yeah.
I absolutely could have stayed in a box all day.
Fair enough.
Can't anymore.
Fair enough. Well, with
There
that
are
being
some-
said, guys,
There are
thank you
some
so
worse
much for
people than
coming
you
out.
two that are probably laughing right now. Damien, we're all
probably.
looking for a small box. Anyway,
Table.
This is where you need to have drum beats on your little sound machine you got over there.
oh, best I got.
Bum.
Best I got. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So check out Stacey Thursdays, maybe Mondays, probably Wednesdays, could be Tuesdays. Just look for my lives and just go to her channel. It should be whenever I'm posting. But as it stands right now, Stacey, Thursdays, 7:30,
Thursdays, 8:30.
8:30,
8:30.
8:30. Okay,
Yes. Thursdays at 8:30. Facebook and
Fantastic.
YouTube.
excellent, excellent. Russ, final statements.
Stacey, thank you so much for coming on. Everybody, thank you again for listening and being with us on this very, very warm Monday evening. Stay cool out there, stay hydrated, and check on the people you care about.
And with that, stay blessed.
The first annual Maine Paranormal and Horror Con is coming to Maine on September 6th and 7th at the Augusta Civic Center. Come meet your favorite paranormal investigators, cryptid hunters, and horror icons. Special guests include John Zaffis, the haunted collector from Sci-Fi, Jeff and Willie from Mountain Monsters, Bob Elmore Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, CJ Graham, also known as Jason Voorhees from Jason Lives Part 6, Ronnie LeBlanc from Expedition Bigfoot, and many more to be announced. Tickets are on sale now. Go to mainparahorror.com to get your tickets and VIP packages now. For more information, check out Maine Paranormal and Horror Con on Facebook and Instagram.